Hello, everyone. Thank you. I'm calling this meeting to order at 5:39 p.m. Start with territorial acknowledgement. Just 1 second to bring it up. So we respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional and ceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Katzie nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we're currently situated on occupied territories. Started with a roll call of attendance. Please state your name, pronouns, and access needs. And access needs are anything that we can do to make you be allowed to engage in the meeting more effectively, or if there's anything that would prevent you from staying in the meeting. So I'll start with myself. My name is Corbett. I'm the VP Internal and Organizational Development and the chair of the committee. My pronouns are he, him, his. And access needs, I am at home on my laptop, which has no webcam. So I have to keep my camera off because I literally don't have one. Go to VP External and Community Affairs.
Hi, it's Matt. My pronouns are he, him, his. My accessibility needs. I'm kind of feeling a little bit overstimulated and I'm eating like right now, so I'm probably just gonna turn off my camera until I'm done, and I'll turn my camera back on.
Okay, thank you. Psychology counselor.
Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany. My pronouns are she, they, and all my access needs are met. I just came back from work and driving a long time, so I'm a little bit tired, so I may be more quiet. That's all.
Okay, thank you. The IAT counselor is not here. He wasn't able to attend. He's also just a volunteer. We have society staff, campaign, the policy and research and community affairs coordinator.
Hi, my name is BT, pronouns she, her. A little bit tired, and then my access needs unmet, but I had an appointment at 6, so I might leave early. And so I always have an eye problem, so tears might start rolling. I don't think I'm crying, it's just my glasses and eyes.
Thank you for letting us know. We also have one guest, VP Events and Student Affairs.
Hi everyone, my name is Jess. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and all my access needs are met.
Thank you.
My camera's off just because. Sorry.
Okay, we'll go to consent agenda. There's actually nothing in the consent agenda because we don't have yet the minutes from last meeting finished. So moving on to number 5, adoption of the agenda. 5.1, be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. Do I have a mover?
Matt.
Do I have a seconder?
Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. Discussion. Is there any people like to submit any changes, additions, removals to the agenda? Seeing none, I will go to a vote. So yeah, I'll just read the motion again. Be resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor, seeking unanimous consent. If you do not, if you'd like to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature, and I will call on you. Seeing none, that carries unanimously. Moving on to new business, 6.1, Events and Student Affairs Committee appointment recommendations. Motion reads, whereas the nominating committee has received and reviewed a list of applicants for the Events and Student Affairs Committee, be resolved that the nominating committee recommended council to approve the following student at large members to the Events and Student Affairs Committee, and X. Where X will be changed with the students that we'd like to recommend. Do I have a mover?
Tiffany moves.
Thank you. Do you have a seconder?
Matt.
Thank you, Matt. Discussion. Okay, so I've got this document was shared out earlier, a spreadsheet. I will copy it. It's set to viewable by people in SFSS. I'm not going to screen share it because it has people's personal emails and things like that. So we don't want that on the recording. So I do encourage you all to open up that spreadsheet and look at it. What I did notice is while there was 15 applications, actually a few of them were duplicates. And so I sorted out and removed that. So we only actually have 11 applications for up to 7 seats. We're not required to recommend all 7 seats to be filled because of the way quorum works. It's between 0 and 7 people can be seated. So would like to do any discussion on this? Yeah, go ahead, Jess.
I had to have some of them reapply because we changed the questions. Do you remember a bit? So
Yeah.
that's why there were 2 of them. And in the slots that says NA, those were the questions that I didn't require them to apply for the second time because of the first application had the same questions on it. So that might, hopefully that clears things up as to why it looks like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't double check that, so I ended up deleting the ones that were incomplete. So I guess I could try to go back and undo that. But has people had a chance to review the document ahead of time, the spreadsheet? Matt and Tiffany?
Yes.
Okay. I put some bold on a few just for my own tracking. It's not assuming anything like you have to but was there any people that stood out to you that you think would be a good fit for the committee? And just if you have also any comments you'd like to make, that's happy to hear them. And just please list yourself if you have some people you'd like to talk about. Council meeting, not to say nominations.
I think when we went over applications, didn't we go in camera?
Sorry, cut out my internet. It says my internet's unstable.
Oh, can you hear me, Corbett? Townhouse Wi-Fi.
Yay.
Are we? Cause remember last year, didn't we go in camera? So it wasn't like record where we were talking about like specific applicants and came out in camera with
The names?
Yeah, with our short list. I think we did that for 2 meetings last year.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with your memory. It makes sense to do that as well. So I'm happy to move us into camera for the discussion of this period. Do I have a seconder?
I can second.
Okay, thank you. All in favor of moving into camera? Or in camera? Seeking unanimous consent, unmute your mic. Oh no, sorry, use the Zoom raise hand feature. If you'd like to dissent or abstain. Seeing none, we will move in camera. I'll pause the recording. Okay, moving to, motion is to move X camera. Do I have a mover? Well, I'm moving, so do I have a seconder?
Tiffany seconds.
Thank you, Tiffany. All in favor, seeking unanimous consent. If you'd like to dissent or abstain, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom, and I will call on you. Seeing no opposition or dissent, or abstentions or dissent, that carries unanimously. Moving into the actual motion, back into the motion itself. I move to amend the motion to read the following, and I'll post it in chat for our staff. 1 second. Okay. Whereas the nominating committee has received and reviewed a list of applications for the events and student affairs committee, be resolved that the nominating committee recommend to council to approve the following students at large members to the events and student affairs committee. I'd like to replace X with I'll just type it out first in chat. With Emma Maccabee, my apology. Again, anyone who hears this later down the road, my apologies for my mispronunciation. Justin Sharon, Kim Bassan, Ava Kwisi, and Angela Tang. Do I have a seconder for that?
Matt?
Thank you, Matt. Discussion? Any issues with these names being added? Nope. Okay. I'll move to a vote. All in favor, seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please use the raise Zoom. Blah 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 blah. You understand? Because I keep messing up the order that goes in my head. Seeing no raised hands for dissent or abstention, that carries unanimously. Yeah, thank you. I am the acting president. But I'm only the chair right now. Okay. So that carries unanimously. Thank you. Now we'll move on to the next item. 6.2, BIPOC committee appointment recommendations. Motion reads, whereas the nominating committee has received and viewed a list of applications for the Black, Indigenous, and People of Color BIPOC committee, whereas the chair of BIPOC committee has recommended Nimrit Basra as a student at large member, be it resolved that the nominating committee recommend to council to approve Nimrit Basra as a student at large to the BIPOC committee. Do I have a mover?
Matt?
Do I have a seconder?
Matthew. Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. Do you have any discussion? Do you have any comments to this? Seeing no discussion, moving to a vote. Seeking unanimous consent. Oh yeah, all in favor, seeking unanimous consent. If you would like to dissent or abstain, please use the raise hand feature for Zoom, and I will call on you to list your vote. Okay, seeing no abstentions or opposition, that carries unanimously. Moving into 7.1, adjournment. Be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 6:22 p.m. Do I have a mover?
Matt?
Do I have a seconder?
Tiffany.
Thank you. Discussion? Any issues? No? Okay. Again, same round. All those in favor, seeking unanimous consent. Sorry, just blah, 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 stop popped in my head now. Yeah, seeking unanimous consent. If you would like to abstain or dissent, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom, and I will call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes unanimously. Thank you all for attending. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm not entirely sure when we'll be meeting next. There is a couple more committees that only have like I think 1 or 2 options. And so we can probably meet again later, or depending on how people's schedules is with finals hitting up soon, we might just do a big push for September instead. Okay, thank you all. Have a good one.